It's the end of the world as we know it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a an alien virus has infected the world. Starts off slowly, and then it all comes to a head where on one night everything happens. Where it starts off with one or two people. They someone's infected. They pass it to someone else. Then they pass it to someone else, and then but then it's a bit slow, and then they decide there's enough people now for they get to this sort of event horizon, this tipping point, and so then the world basically becomes infected almost overnight.
Yes.
And there are consequences to this, but there are few people, I think it's 12 worldwide,
12 people
who,
worldwide, yeah, who are
who
not
are not
infected.
infected by this virus, who are just immune to it. And they don't know why, but they are just awake. And the people who are infected have formed this hive mind. They
Yeah.
have one consciousness. So, and they have a shared consciousness. So your every memory, your every thought, your every skill, your every hobby, your everything you've ever done is shared globally. So
We
if you want to fly an airplane, get the guy who sweeps the road, get the lady, the
yeah,
teenage girl who
yeah.
serves you in McDonald's. She can fly your plane because she has the skills of a
Of the pilot,
pilot.
because the pilot is part of the hive mind.
They're all part of the hive mind, and so we focusing on one of those women who is the one of those immune, who is a woman who is in America, in Albuquerque, is it?
Albuquerque,
Who
yes.
who was living with her. She was a successful author of sort of quite niche sort of romantasy novels, living
Yes.
with her partner, and she her partner has died in the when the virus took over. That's
Yeah.
had a profound effect on her, and she's determined to find out what this is about. And you see the story unfold as her trying to find out what's been going on. What is the
Uh,
virus,
and how she can reverse it.
and can it be reversed, and how does she go about reversing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but that's basically it's one woman against the world,
yeah.
basically.
So essentially, the idea being that because 12 people are not infected, so in essentially you have 13 people in the world because you have these 12 people who are not infected, and then everybody else in the world is essentially one
One
person.
person.
Essentially, and sorry, I thought I could hear a kid somewhere. Everybody else in the world is essentially one person, and and I think that what I like about this show is I like the slow build and the way it goes, and then some
Yeah,
of the consequences that it comes up with of what would happen if this actually went about, and the fact that and it's not like a malevolent alien invasion because all this thing like
happy. No
the
world, no arguments, no.
yeah, they're all happy. There's no more arguments, and they keep talking to
Or
because we see everything through Carol's point of view, played by Rhea Seahorn, and they just keep going. Oh, Carol, is there anything that we can do to help you? What do you want? And she, and there's things like where she's like, oh my god, okay, but Eddie, let me put it this way: it doesn't matter how outlandish whatever she asks for is, they will give it to her. Like there's a bit where she goes and she's at a gas station and she just goes and picks up the phone and she dials zero and she goes, I want an ice cold Snapple because there's nothing in the thing. And then all of a sudden a drone shows up and brings her a Snapple out of nowhere. And I think that this show is just genius. I think that the way that they do everything, I think that the way that they've thought about what it would mean, the way because and some of the other characters that you meet, but because you meet some of the other characters who are not infected, and you see
yeah,
differing ideas and differing responses to the fact that this has happened to the whole world. Where some think it's an amazing thing, some think this is brilliant and
yeah.
everything.
But every fantasy has come to life.
Yeah.
One of the survivors, he has like a harem, and any ideas of consent is just like
But
and it's gone because they want to make him happy. So hey, what a woman in every shape, color, size, and height, and whatever.
yep, yeah.
Want them all, and he has like one of everything basically.
He essentially asked the hive mind for all the supermodels and all the supermodels to come hang out with him, and they're like, yeah, sure, no problem, no big deal. And I think that there's a lot of questions that I think everybody who watches this will have their own questions about how this works,
How
about
they
what's
would react.
going. Yeah, and how they react, and I think you find a character in it that you would react to. But I think it's the best thing about it is the sort of just asking the question and then leaving it up to you to sort of go, oh, hang on, what would I do in that? What would I do in that? What?
And the
Ooh,
dark blackest of black humor in it as well. Some of
yes,
them,
yes, and I feel like and I think the what I was talking about like obviously they wanted to go for for more seasons, but I think that the way they ended this first season, I was like, I really like that. That is really, really good. Because the way they end it, it's kind of like they for me they do what you have to do. Finish a story, finish an arc, then but there's another one about to begin. And
Yeah.
I feel like they do that brilliantly. And the final line of the season, it's like a callback to something that happens before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I thought it was good. How many stars did you give it, Sharon?
Oh, I thought it was so a class. A 4.5.
Yeah, I know it might be early, but this is if this had finished, this is a five for me. It's a five. It is
What
possibly.
platform is it on, Toes? What platform is it on?
It's on Apple TV.
Apple TV, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV. But
They,
honestly,
they,
I
they seem to make some. They seem to make some good series, Apple, don't they?
They don't have a lot of content or masses of content, but they do go for quality, I think,
They do.
over
Yeah.
quantity. So yeah, you don't end up with like 50 new releases a month. You will get
Mm,
like one or two, and they'll say coming in the next 2 weeks. So you normally get fed
yeah.
mm.
something every week, every other week. It's not masses of content, but what they have,
Although it's getting a lot
quality.
more. It's getting a lot more. I mean, especially the sci-fi stuff. I mean, I think they seem to focus on sci-fi and say we want
Over
to.
science fiction, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are saying, and I've heard a lot of people say this that you know what HBO used to be. Apple
Yeah,
TV has now taken over that space for H because you know
that's
when you
what
heard about HBO
quality.
show, you were like, oh my god, yeah, I got to watch this.
Yes,
Even if it's not something I'm
yeah.
really into, I've got to watch it. And they said Apple has taken over that. Right.
Mm.
Okay. So that's 5 stars. Oh no. 5.75. No, 4.75 for Pluribus. Essentially, we think it's great. We think you should watch it. And I think Vince Gilligan, because he did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, I, I think the guy's a genius.